Hi everyone, welcome to Traveling Misnits. My name is Pia and I'm so happy that you're joining me here in the past today for a whip parade. By the time this video goes live, I think it's probably been a couple of weeks since I sat here going through all of my whips. I was cleaning out my studio. I was a bit surprised by what I found. I have always, or most of my knitting life, I have been a monogamous knitter. I would buy yarn in bulk often. I would buy it at the mill, or if there was a sale, I would stock up on yarn, and then I'd be happy to eat ramen and oatmeal for the rest of that month. But what I'd do with the yarn is I would start a project, I would finish that project, I would even seam it, because that was back in the days where everything was knit flat and in pieces. I would seam it, I would wash it, block it, and then I'd cast on something new. I never questioned the process. That was just how I did things. I'm not that person anymore. I enjoy having different whips on the go, because different knits or crochet projects are good for different occasions. So typically I'll have 2 to 3 projects going, and then always a blanket or 2 just in the background. But yeah, I'm not that person either. This is what I found when I cleaned up my studio and put all of my project bags together. And these are not even all of my whips. I have 4 whips right over there, but they're upcoming designs, so they don't really count. Also, my current whips are over in the main house. They're there for me, ready to just pick them up, and you will have seen them in the weeks leading up to this video. So I thought I would go through everything. I haven't even opened any of these project bags. Some of them I have a pretty good idea what's in them, but some of them I'm gonna be surprised, happily surprised, I hope. But let's go through them together, and I can figure out what I want to finish, what I want to frog. Maybe you guys can weigh in if there are things that I'm on the fence about. But yeah, let's start with the one right next to me, which will make this towering pile full. In a project bag from Knitwear by Maki, and you're going to see loads of these because I love her bags. This is one of the big ones. This could be a blanket. It is a blanket. It's a blanket that I really, really, really want to finish. A blanket that I have loved working on. It's my corner to corner crochet blanket. Wow, it's wrinkly. But yeah, I love working on this blanket. I don't know why I don't work on it all of the time. There's a little bit of yarn barf here. But no worries. The yarns that I'm using, the mohair is it's some cones that I got from Garnspecialisten at a point. Now I remember why I stopped working on it. I had 2 cones and I couldn't get more. So I was like, 2 cones, that's not going to be enough to finish the blanket. But actually I did solve that problem, because I found out that this thread is very, very close, if not identical, to the Drops Brushed Alpaca Silk. So I actually did get a lot of that. So my thought was, I'm going to finish off this, and then I'm just going to move over to the brushed alpaca silk, and everything's going to be fine. It's a blanket, and that'll work. Definitely that'll work. And the other yarn for it are these huge knot balls that I have made with all of my scraps, my fingering weight scraps in all the light pastel-y colors. I have this ball and this one, and God knows I have scraps. I have scraps to finish this blanket. So for sure, this is gonna be finished at some point. It would look so glorious in my little cabin. Oh yeah, it's so pretty. I really love all of these colors together, and then they're blended by the mohair. So definitely something that I want to finish at some point. I'm going to put the finishes here. Next thing, a project bag from Tina Mai. She repurposes all sorts of old embroidered pieces and stuff, makes the most beautiful bags out of them. They're all one of a kind, and I love them. Oh, this is my Gru scarf. We were on a Despicable Me kick in Texas, and I wanted a scarf like Gru. It's pretty long. I used the pattern from my friend Ina, the one that's called the Pistvek scarf. I just made it a little bit wider. The Pistvek scarf is quite skinny. This is also not, it's kind of skinny, but not really. But I don't know, is it too skinny? Am I gonna enjoy wearing that? I'm not really good with skinny scarves. But it's just so pretty, and it was a lot of fun knitting on it. So it's a tentative finish. I'll put it in the maybe pile. Probably gonna finish it. And you know what? If I don't wear it, I can always gift it, because a lot of people can pull off skinny scarves. It's just me, I guess. A bag from my friend Bidden. She doesn't sell her bags, but often she will donate bags for the knit-a-thons, so you can be lucky to get your hands on it. And she made quite a few bags for me. I love them all. Yeah. No, this is, I'm not gonna finish this. This was supposed to be a cowl for my granddaughter, and yeah, I lost steam on it. Later, I then bought some woolly stick and quick, is that what it's called? And made a cowl for her in that, in the same cream color. So this is definitely getting frogged. Yeah. I can repurpose that yarn. It's some Drops Air. I really like that yarn. I know why I picked it for her, but this is getting frogged. That goes over there. This, also one of Bitten's bag. I'm pretty sure it's my Christmas socks. The ones that I thought, oh yep, I thought I'd finish them during Christmas in July, but no, that's not happening. But I'm not frocking these. I am saving them for Christmas. They're gonna be beautiful. I mean, they're gonna be so cool. I kind of wish that I had did a contrasting cuff. But I can do contrasting heel and toe, and and all will be good. This yarn is it from a Lonely Sock Lady? I think it is. Let's see. No, it's Wool Weave. I have no idea where I got this from. No idea at all. No, wrong tag. Wrong tag. See, it was a Lonely Sock Lady. She's a Danish dyer who does these amazing self-striping, and this is even called Christmas in July. So I should pick it up now, but I'm not gonna. This I am saving for December. This is a project bag that my mom made for me. I know what's inside. It's something that's getting frogged because I want to use this bag for something else. Yeah, I was right. This was the half and half triangle wrap that I started over in Texas at some point. I was craving just garter stitch. So I bought some yarn. It's from the Brazilian yarn company. The same that make the Circolo. So it's Circolo yarns. They're hand dyed. But, you know, I'm not motivated at all to finish this. I am going to frog it. Maybe I'm going to knit a reflection shawl with it at some point. But I'm not finishing the half and half. There's just too much knitting to be done, and it's not happening. So frog pile. I am killing these projects right now, right? But another knitwear by Maki. This was a knit-a-thon bag. I think she made it for probably a spring knit-a-thon, right? It feels blankety, what's in here. It's stuffed, but let's see. Actually not a blanket, but a scarf or a wrap that I think I'm going to make into a blanket. It's my Ellsworth. Oh, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. I have this one. It looks almost finished. And then I have this one that is completely finished. And don't I have? No, only those two. But if I'm remembering the pattern correctly, it only calls for 3 panels. So I should be able to finish it in not too much time. And it's going to be so beautiful. Definitely finishing this. I have no idea when. It's strange. I was pretty sure that I started the 3rd, but clearly I didn't. The yarn that I'm using is, let's see, is it Katja? No, it's Drops Baby Merino in the black and the natural colorway off-white. And I have plenty of yarn in here. I have my Lugge needles that I love knitting on. I have prepared this for some plain knitting, I think. Didn't I bring it on vacation once? It's actually a nice summer project because you are working in panels. So you can sit with it even when it's warm. So maybe a summer project, definitely something that I am gonna finish. Right now, I'm just stuffing it down. And the pattern was the Ellsworth. I don't know that I am gonna be able to remember every pattern that I mentioned, but this is the Ellsworth. There's almost nothing in it. Ah! My Christmas Day cast on from last year. I made one mitt, I made a pair, and then I made one mitt, and then I stopped. Of course I'm going to make the second one. I have the yarn in here. It is, wow, it's so soft. It is the mink and the mohair from A Knitter's World. Maybe it's the colorway My Way. It could look like it. Look how pretty they are. I'm definitely making mitt number 2. That's not even gonna take a long time. So, yep, that's in the definitely pile. Like that. This one from Mood. I don't have the faintest idea what's in here. Oh, okay. This is ridiculous. I knit this sweater. It is one of my own patterns. It's called, oops. It is called Wrapped in Memories, because it is a remake of a sweater that my mom knit for me when I was little. And then I found out that I didn't really wear it because I thought this part was too short. I didn't like the way it cut me, just not even below the bust, but on the lower part of the bust, which just made me look, it didn't do anything good for my proportions. So what I decided to do was I would pick up the stitches all the way around here, and then I would knit on it for maybe 2 more inches, and then I would graft it together with the lower part, the patterned part, and I'd have a sweater that I loved. And I put all of the yarn in here. This is from Dream in Color Yarns. I don't remember the base. I don't remember the colorway name, but it's a lovely yarn. It's going to be a beautiful sweater. And I remember I've been wanting to do this for the longest time. And then at some point I decided, you know what? I am going to put it in a project bag because then I'll get around to it. Clearly that helped. But maybe it'll help now. I am going to put it in the finish right away pile together with my my Christmas Day cast on, the mitt. Yeah, maybe I should divide the finish pile in 2. Make a finish right away, get to it really, and then finish at some point pile. I'm sorry, I just shook the camera. I apologize. This, I'm sure, is my my Spring Sister socks. Don't you think? Because this is the bag that I kept them in, but right now they're on the back burner. Yeah, it's my Spring Sister socks. I have one sock. I have the beginnings of another. I have some of the yarns, but not a lot. I only have 2 contrasting colors in here. You know what? I should I should bring these when I go on vacation, because a sock is nice to have. You can fit it in almost any purse, and then you'll always have something if you are in a bar or a restaurant and you have just a little bit of time. You can pick it up and do a couple of rounds. This is I'm keeping it here because I need more colors, and they're probably going to be in here, aren't they? This bag is from Malene, the Playful Knitter. It does have a window, but if you stuff it like this, the window doesn't really help. Oh, that's a fall family sock, the same as the Spring Sister sock. These are socks that I make, they're just vanilla socks. I make the main part of the sock in either this charcoal gray, what are they called? The Go-To Sock Company. It'll come to me. Either in this or in some white. And then I am striping in all my scraps of sock yarn on the cuffs, heels, and toes. I do just a short row heel. I have the stitch count on my phone. I'm pretty sure I do 62 stitches for the cuff. Then I go down to 58 for the leg. And then after the heel, I increase to 60 stitches. I think that's right. This is how I'm working these socks. I should, because in here I have more colors, so I should put them together with my Spring Sister sock and just figure out a way to bring these easily when I go away. Jeez. This has to be a sock as well, don't you think? It's so tiny. No! Oh, it's a dishcloth. Knit as a half and half wrap. And this looks like some Sandnes-line or drop spell. I just finished, what, 6, 7 dishcloths as I was figuring out how to execute the mitered square on my reflection shawl. I'm not going to finish this. I'm going to frog it, and then I'll have my higher sharps for something else. This goes in the frog pile. Let's see, this one. I am pretty sure what's in here. It's from Redesigned. A lovely project bag. Yep, I was right. This is my Astrid. My beautiful, gorgeous Astrid that I am so excited to be wearing one day. Oh, but the sleeves are killing me. I've knit them so many times. Now I have the correct stitch count. I think this is gonna work out. The pattern has you increase quite a lot when you start the sleeves, and it is, of course, to make up for the two facts that the sleeves are knit with all of these cables, and they're knit on smaller needles than the body. I don't know if I again picked up too many stitches, but what I do know for sure is this is 100% alpaca. It is so smooth and slippery. Working these cables, it's a pain. I'm not gonna knit on it right now. I am gonna knit on it for sure. I I need this sweater. It is so pretty. I need the sweater. But not now. I need a break. Yeah. And as I'm saying that, I also know that now is probably the best time to work on it because there's loads of natural light and knitting cables in a dark yarn. You really need your light, but I can't do it right now. Or maybe I can. It's gonna sit here. For sure I'm gonna finish it at some point and I'm gonna be so happy to wear it. This is also a Knitwear by Maki bag. This was the bag that she made for our fall knit-a-thon, the 7th knit-a-thon that we just did this fall. It's so pretty. I really like these colors. It's something rather big, that's it. Yeah. This is this beautiful blanket. Beautiful, beautiful blanket. It's called the Baby Plate from Aftenstrik. So you knit it like this, and then after you've knit, you crochet some vertical stripes on it. And it's going to be so pretty. And I love the yarn, but I don't know that I have enough. But maybe I can get more. See, I started out, I have the yarn right here. I started out with 2 cones. They were much bigger at the time. I did not weigh them, which was stupid. But I started out with 2 cones. I have used quite a lot of the cones. I do have this cake down here and just a tiny little bit. But is that gonna be enough? But maybe I can get more of this yarn. This is called New Retex. It's a yarn from Garnspecialisten. This is repurposed yarn. So you can also see there's a lot of variation to the color because it's all of these different fibers that are just blended together and then respun. I should go check out their website to see if they have more of this. And if they do, I should buy a couple of cones because then I can definitely finish this and it's gonna be beautiful. Do I have stitch stoppers? I have stitch stoppers. Oh, good thing. It's gonna be a huge blanket. You know what? I could make it into a lap blanket and just like this. Say this is the length of the blanket and then just knit it as wide as I can. Maybe that would be an easier finish. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna add the cones in here because they do take up a lot of space, but yeah, definitely a finish. That was the second blanket. And I know I have more blankets to come. This is probably not a blanket, can we agree? If it is, it's the very early beginnings. Another sock. Patton's Croix was the name I was looking for before when I was talking about my fall family socks, my spring sister socks. Patton's Croix is the yarn I'm using for those, and this is one of their soft striping colorways. It's called Blue Striped Rag. And I can see I have used not a contrasting, but another yarn for heels, cuffs, and toes because I want to eke out both socks of this ball. So what I planned to do was to, I don't know where I put the extra yarn though. I was gonna knit sock tubes and just weigh this, and when it was at 25 grams I would do the toe and then go to the other sock and then put in afterthought heels. Yeah, I'm definitely finishing them at some point. I'm not in love with the needles. I don't hate them either. Are they Addi? I think they are. They are these flyers, which usually not my favorites, but these are better than the other flyers I have because they're quite long. Do you see how long the needle itself is? Not loving them, not hating them. But yeah, definitely finishing the socks. Actually, maybe I should bring these on vacation because then I don't have to bring a whole bunch of contrasting colors. I only have to bring one. But I should find, I need to find the yarn that I was using for the cuffs, because I am gonna need it for the heels and the toes as well if I'm gonna be able to eke out 2 socks of a 50-gram ball. This basket, I think this is a frog basket. There are 2 blankets in there. They're knit from the same yarn. One with these granny squares. There are some solid granny squares, and then there are some in this gorgeous lace pattern. But you know, this is not blanket material. Mrs. Little feet are going to poke through. My fingers, my toes are going to poke through. This is definitely getting frogged. Also, it's been in my basket for quite a while. I'm not going to finish it. I do have a couple of those. I am using for it the Lions brand Mandala in the colorway, let's see, cool. It is pretty cool. I love how this yarn works up. You'll be able to see it when I pull out the other project that's in here, because there's also some basic stitch, also a yarn that I enjoy working with. They're both acrylic yarns, but they're so soft and they're so easy to work with, and I actually like them for blankets. But the other project that's in here, I have been looking for this. This is to measure my blood pressure. I bought a new one because I couldn't find it. Wow. Okay. In here is a Tunisian crochet blanket. I think it's called the Mulberry Afghan, designed by Tony Lipsy from TL Yarn Craft. It is gorgeous. It is too small. It is too fiddly. I don't enjoy Tunisian crochet a lot, even though I did spring for a full set from Lantern Moon, because in the beginning I was like, this is magic. I had some years where I wasn't able to crochet. It would hurt my elbow. I couldn't do it. Then I heard about Tunisian crochet and I was able to do that, and I was like, yay, this is my new go-to craft. So I bought a full set of these beautiful Lantern Moon Tunisian crochet hooks. But I don't enjoy doing this. It is so pretty, but I have quite a way to go, and it's also too narrow, so I would have to add another panel or something. No, this is getting frogged. Why do I have herbal tea in here. This is so strange. I don't drink herbal tea. I drink black tea. Okay, well, with all of this yarn, I could make a ginormous blanket. I could do one of those zigzag blankets and then stripe the mandala and the basic stitch. That could be a beautiful blanket. But maybe I don't need to cast on more blankets right at this point. Maybe I should focus and finish some of the ones that I have going. Definitely these two are getting fraught. This is a blanket. This is a bag that I bought in Italy. I saw that they still have them. I almost bought another one, but because I think they're so nice as project bags. They can hold a lot and they're easy to carry. I should gift myself another one. And in it is a blanket that I love working on. It's my moss stitch blanket, and it's big, it's huge. It is such a big blanket. It's not big enough. Let's see if I stand up. It is touching the ground now. I'm gonna stand. No, that's not gonna help, is it? It's touching the ground. That's still not gonna help. I can't get far enough away. Well, when I'm standing with it and it's touching the ground, it hits me here. So it's not long enough, but that it's a matter of just a few days of crochet. The yarn that I'm using for this is the Ferris Wheel, also Lion brand, in the colorway Morning Java. And I have plenty of it. I have more over there behind the Anna cotton. I have some. And down here I have 2 balls of it. This is where my tulip was. I'm actually using a tulip 6.5 millimeters, which is a rather heavy hook for this yarn, because this is, I'm guessing, a DK weight, something like that. But it's working out beautifully. I like working the moss stitch. It's a relatively, what do you say, not dense, but it's a tight stitch. You don't have these holes that you do on the granny stripe blankets. So this is gonna be finished like now-ish. You know what? Maybe I should set it aside one day out of the week where I work on blankets. Tippetiesta. That would be Blanket Tuesday. That's not a bad idea. I don't know that I would stick to it though, but I could try. I could try, because the blankets I have going, most of them I actually love, and I love working on blankets. It's so calming and soothing. It's a little bit like the reflection shawl, that you know that this is going to be a long-term project and you can just relax into it. Just lean into the project. Don't worry about finishing it. Just enjoy being with your project. That's what blanket making is for me. But when I then get close to the finish line, it's a little more mad dash to the finish, because now I want this thing. And that's the point where I'm at with the moss stitch blanket. So maybe I should give it a go. I really should. Another knitwear by Maggie bag. I love these bags that she makes, her sock bags. They're just a little bit larger than your usual sock bag, but I really like them. I love these ones because they always have one black sheep. It's a blanket. I mean, believe it or not, it's not an entire blanket. If you have been with me for a while, you will have seen this blanket. Remember all the squares that I made in the Drops Puna? I did buy a bunch of Drops Puna only to find out that I don't really care for it in garments. I find it a little bit prickly. I find it difficult to work with. It's very, very, very drapey. It's 100% alpaca and the very drapey kind. So I decided to do a blanket with it. And now the top squares haven't been blocked yet. So I'm going to take this one because here you can see the construction. The squares knit on the bias. That's how you say it. So I start out with 4 stitches and then I work my increases just as yarn overs. At the beginning of every row, I do a yarn over. And then I slip the last stitch to get a nice edge. When I reach 70 stitches, I start decreasing. And to also get the holes on the decrease portion of the square, what I'll do is I will knit 1 stitch, I will do a yarn over, and then I will knit 3 together so that I decrease out the yarn over and I decrease 1 stitch. I do that until I'm back at 4 stitches. I bind them off and I get these beautiful squares. If I am remembering correctly, I think I am, I need 2 more squares to get a blanket that is 4 squares by 6, which would be big enough for sure. And in here, I have one that is, I mean, it's so close to being finished. Just look at it. Just, do I have what, 12 stitches, 14, something like that? And then just 1 more square. I even did put the next ball of yarn in there. Yeah, this is definitely getting finished. And actually now I remember that the moss stitch blanket and this one, I was like, they're a set. They're a pair. So I was pacing myself on this one because I wanted to get that one up to speed, so to speak. Most of this blanket has been knit in the Maldives. We go in the winter, and we've been there 3 times, I think. And yeah, most of this blanket is knit there because it's practical. It's something small, portable, and very, very easy so that I can enjoy. We always travel with friends, so I can enjoy sitting and chatting with people while still keeping my hands busy. Definitely, I'm gonna finish this. I need to do Tippetiesta Blanket Tuesday. No, this was what? Let me see. No, this was a frock. That was the cowl. So, I only have 1 thing left now. It's not so bad. What have I been recording? Half an hour? Something like that. Maybe a little more. This is a project that's definitely not getting frocked. This is my granny stripe. I started it Christmas, not Christmas 24, but Christmas 23, because with my Advents, I was doing a granny stripe blanket and I finished it, was it on the 22nd or something? And I was like, I'm not done. I need more granny stripes in my life. So I pulled out a lot of scraps and single balls in these like not too dark colors, a light gray base, and then yeah, what I could find, basically all sorts of scraps. And I started this blanket. And I treat it like I treat my scrappy blankets. The scrappier, the better. I want to manage the colors in the sense that the colors that I pull for the blanket, I want them to be somewhat similar, within the same like color family, like a cousin party. so I'm not gonna put a red or a pink or a baby blue in here. Oh, I might be a baby blue, but I'm not gonna put any bright colors in here, is probably what I'm trying to say. I still have all the Christmas stitch markers. Oh, I'm excited for Christmas now. I'm always excited for Christmas, but yeah. When I say I want them as scrappy as possible, it means that I'm changing my yarns all of the time, at least once in the middle of a row. So that they're really scrappy looking. They're not stripy, they're scrappy. That also allows me to use up every little single bit of my yarn. So definitely not getting frogged. I even have my hook in here. Yeah. A Lantern Moon size 5mm, and some stitch markers, pair of scissors. Oh, all of my Christmas stitch markers are here. I didn't even know that. Please remind me if we hit Christmas and I'm like, where's all my Christmas stitch markers? Please leave a message for me saying, Pia, they're with your granny striped blanket. No, now I'm going to remember because I said that. So, yeah, that was it for all of my whips. And what did I decide to frog? I decided to frog the dishcloth, the cowl, the half and half, the two blankets here, and I am undecided on this Pistvik scarf, my Gru scarf. I think I'm going to put this in the finish pile. Because again, if I find that I can't pull off a skinny scarf, for sure I have loads of people around me who would love it. So I'm going to put that in the finish pile, which is, that's a finish pile. But going through them like this, I'm really excited to be working on them. So that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this trip through my project bags. I enjoyed myself immensely. It's a lot of fun doing it together with you guys. I hope that you have your whips under control. I hope you have some wonderful things to work on. I plan to be back next week. I'm not 100% sure how holiday plans are going to work out, but I hope to be back in a week with a little update on my current whips, which they're not even part of this. And you know what? Maybe you'll see some of these whips being taken up again. Until we talk again, stay happy, stay safe, and keep knitting.